Midnight has arrived. The day has released its hold. The noise has softened, and for a moment, the world feels still. In this quiet hour, I pause, and I become aware that this night is different. There is a sacred stillness in the air, a sense that time itself has slowed. The rushing of the day has faded, and what remains is silence. Not empty silence, but expectant silence, a silence that holds meaning. Tonight is not marked by urgency. Nothing is demanding attention. Nothing needs to be fixed or solved right now. This is a moment simply to be present, to breathe, to arrive, to allow the heart to settle. Wherever this prayer finds you, whether you are alone or surrounded by quiet sleep or lingering in the stillness after a long day, you are welcome here. There is no right posture, no right feeling, only an invitation to pause. This is the hour when the world rests between what has been and what is about to begin. Christmas has arrived, but it has not yet spoken loudly. It waits, gentle, holy, and full of promise. So tonight, I let go of the day that has passed. I loosen my grip on its moments, the conversations, the preparations, the emotions it carried. I allow them to fade into the background. There is nothing to prove in this hour. Nothing to prepare, nothing to perform. This night does not ask for effort. It offers presence, and I choose to receive it. God, in this holy quiet, I acknowledge your nearness, not as something distant or abstract, but as something real and close. You are here, in the stillness, in the breath between thoughts, in the calm that settles when I stop striving. This moment feels like standing at the threshold. Behind me, a season of waiting. Ahead of me, a day of celebration. And right now, a sacred pause, a space where heaven feels closer than words. So I slow my breathing. I relax my body. I quiet my thoughts. I allow my heart to open gently, without forcing anything, without rushing forward. This is the holy night, a night meant for stillness, for listening, for wonder. And as I step fully into it, I remain here, present, awake, and ready to receive what this night holds. Christmas has arrived, not loudly, not all at once, but gently, like light appearing at the edge of darkness. In this quiet moment, I allow that truth to settle in my heart. God, thank you for bringing me to this night, for carrying me through the long days of waiting, through Advent's quiet hope, through moments of anticipation and moments of weariness. I am here now, and that alone is a gift. I thank you for the breath in my lungs, for the stillness surrounding me, for the simple fact of being alive in this moment. So much has led to this night. Steps taken, burdens carried, prayers whispered. Tonight, I pause to acknowledge it all with gratitude. Thank you for what this day held, for moments of joy, whether loud or subtle, for moments of connection, however brief, and even for moments of difficulty, which remind me how deeply I need you. Gratitude does not ask that everything be perfect. It only asks that I notice, that I see the grace woven quietly through ordinary hours, that I recognize your faithfulness, even when life feels unfinished. God, I thank you for the journey of Advent, for the waiting that taught patience, for the hope that grew slowly, for the reminders that light does not arrive in haste, but in faithfulness. Tonight, the waiting gives way to presence. Christmas begins not with urgency, but with gratitude, not with demands, but with wonder. So I let go of expectations about how this night should feel. I release comparison. I release pressure. I allow gratitude to be enough. Thank you for the people who have shaped this season, those near and those far, those whose voices I heard today, and those whose absence I feel quietly. Each one has left a mark on my heart, and I place them gently into your care tonight. God, I am grateful for the gift of arrival, for the fact that Christmas does not depend on my effort, my preparation, or my perfection. It arrives because you chose to come near. I thank you for love that entered the world without force, for grace that did not wait until humanity was ready, for hope that stepped into darkness and remained. This night exists because of that choice. So tonight, I receive Christmas, first with gratitude, before celebration, before words, before movement, I simply give thanks for presence, for promise, for the quiet assurance that this night matters. As gratitude settles into my heart, it creates space for wonder, space for reflection, space for what comes next. And I remain here, thankful, still, and ready. Tonight, I turn my heart toward the first Christmas night, not as a distant story, but as a living moment. A night much like this one, quiet, unassuming, and filled with something holy. There was no announcement that echoed across the streets, no crowds gathered in anticipation, no grand display to signal what was about to happen, only darkness, stillness, and a world unaware that everything was about to change. In that quiet, a young woman waited, tired, faithful, carrying a promise she could not fully explain. Beside her, a man stood watchful and uncertain, trusting God one step at a time. Their surroundings were humble, their resources few, yet heaven had chosen this place. God entered the world, not through power, but through vulnerability, not through spectacle, but through surrender. A child was born, fragile, dependent, and wrapped in simplicity. The silence of that night held wonder, the kind of wonder that does not demand attention, but waits to be noticed. Angels sang not to kings, but to shepherds, ordinary people, awake in the quiet, watching over their flocks. This was how love arrived, not forcing its way in, but revealing itself gently to those willing to see. The world did not stop that night, but something eternal began. As I reflect on that moment, I notice how much it resembles this hour. A world resting, lights dimmed, voices hushed, and God moving quietly, without urgency, without demand. The first Christmas night reminds me that holiness often enters unnoticed, that God does not wait for perfect conditions, that divine love chooses ordinary spaces and transforms them from within. I imagine the stillness of that moment, the soft breathing of the child, the quiet awe filling the space, the sense that something sacred was present, even if words could not yet describe it. God, thank you for choosing closeness, for stepping into the fragility of human life, for understanding hunger, fatigue, and dependence, for becoming Emmanuel, God with us, not from a distance, but from within our world. That night was not free from hardship. There was uncertainty, discomfort, risk, yet love did not wait for ease. It arrived anyway, and because of that, hope found a home. As I remember the first Christmas night, I allow its meaning to reach me now. If God could enter the world through such humility, then God can enter my life, exactly as it is. I do not need to prepare perfection. I do not need to hide weakness. The same love that entered a stable is willing to enter a human heart. So I hold this memory gently, not as a distant event, but as a living truth, a reminder that this night, quiet and still, is filled with the same promise. And I remain here, remembering, wondering, and allowing the mystery of that first Christmas night to unfold within me. As the stillness of this night deepens, I turn my thoughts to the meaning of this gift, not just that Jesus was born, but why he came, what this night was truly offering to the world. Jesus did not enter the world by accident. This was not a random moment in history. Love chose to arrive. Hope chose to take form. God chose nearness over distance. Jesus came into a world that was weary, a world familiar with fear, injustice, and longing, a world searching for light, often without knowing where to look. And into that reality, God stepped fully and faithfully. He did not come to impress, but to restore, not to overpower, but to heal, not to stand above humanity, but to walk beside it. This is the meaning of Christmas. Jesus came to reveal what God is like, compassionate, present, willing to suffer with us, willing to understand human weakness from the inside. He came so that no pain would be unseen, so that no sorrow would be ignored, so that no heart would ever need to wonder whether God understands what it means to be human. This gift was not wrapped in comfort. It was wrapped in vulnerability. From the beginning, Jesus entered a life that would know hunger, rejection, fatigue, and loss, and he accepted it willingly. God chose this path because love does not remain distant. Love draws close. Love enters suffering. Love stays. That is the heart of Christmas. Jesus came to bring light into darkness, not a harsh light that exposes and condemns, but a gentle light that guides and reassures, a light that says, "You are not alone." He came for the weary, the burdened, the overlooked, for those who feel unseen, for those who carry quiet pain, for those who long for peace but don't know how to find it. Jesus came to offer hope that does not depend on circumstances, peace that does not disappear when life becomes difficult, love that does not withdraw when things grow complicated. This is why his birth matters tonight, not because it is tradition, not because it is familiar, but because it declares something eternal, that God is committed to this world and to the people within it. Jesus came to reconcile what was broken, to heal what was wounded, to restore what had been lost. Even before the cross, his very presence was already an act of redemption. As I reflect on why Jesus came, I recognize how deeply personal this gift is. He did not come for humanity in general. He came for each heart, including mine. This night reminds me that I am not forgotten, not overlooked, not beyond reach. The birth of Jesus declares that God sees me and chooses to come near. So I receive this gift again tonight, not as something abstract, but as something living and present, a gift that continues to speak hope, peace, and love into the world, even now. And as I hold this truth quietly in my heart, I allow it to shape the rest of this night, the rest of this prayer, and the way I step forward into Christmas Day. As the meaning of this night settles, I turn inward, not to analyze, not to judge, but simply to notice what is present within me. This is a quiet invitation, to be honest, to be still, to listen. There is no expectation here, no requirement to feel a certain way. Some hearts feel full tonight, others feel tired, heavy, or unsure. All of it belongs in this moment. Nothing needs to be hidden. God, you know what this year has held for me. The moments of hope, the disappointments, the prayers that were answered, and the ones that remain unanswered. As I pause here, I acknowledge all of it gently. I reflect on what I have carried into this night, the thoughts that return again and again, the worries that linger quietly, the gratitude that rises unexpectedly. I do not rush this reflection. I allow it to unfold naturally. There may be emotions I have not named yet, joy mixed with sadness, relief mixed with longing, peace mixed with uncertainty. God, you meet me in the complexity, not just in clarity. If there are parts of my heart that feel guarded or weary, I notice them without pressure to fix anything. Sometimes awareness itself is the beginning of healing. This pause reminds me that I do not need to arrive at Christmas with everything resolved. This night is not a test. It is a meeting place, a space where I can be real and still be welcomed. God, I offer you this reflection, not as a report, but as an act of trust. I trust that you already know what I am only beginning to see, and you remain present with me in it. I let this moment stretch. I resist the urge to hurry past it. Stillness does not mean emptiness. It means attention. It means allowing the heart to speak quietly. As I pause here, I make space for what comes next. Not by effort, but by openness. I remain here, reflecting, listening, and allowing this holy night to meet me exactly where I am. In the quiet that reflection creates, an invitation begins to form. Not a demand, not a command, but a gentle opening, an invitation to welcome Jesus into the spaces that have been revealed. Is less than #0. 5# is greater than. Jesus does not ask for perfection. He does not wait for every question to be answered or every emotion to be sorted. He comes as he did that first night, humbly, patiently, and with love. So tonight, I welcome him, not into an ideal version of my life, but into the real one, into the joy I carry, into the uncertainty I feel, into the places still healing. Jesus, you are welcome here. You are welcome in my thoughts, even the ones that wander. You are welcome in my heart, even where it feels tired or guarded. You are welcome in my life, exactly as it is. I do not need to prepare a perfect space. The stable was not prepared. It was offered, and love entered anyway. Let that truth free me from believing I must become something else before I invite you in. I welcome you into my worries, the ones I have tried to manage alone. I welcome you into my hopes, the ones I am afraid to name. I welcome you into my relationships, my work, my rest, and my waiting. Jesus, you are welcome in the parts of my life that feel unfinished, the conversations that remain unresolved, the dreams that feel delayed, the prayers that feel unanswered. Nothing is excluded from your presence. I welcome you into the places where I feel strong and into the places where I feel unsure. You do not ask me to choose between them. You enter both. This welcoming is not loud. It does not require ceremony. It happens quietly, within the heart. It happens when I stop resisting and allow love to settle in. Jesus, I welcome you as light, not a harsh light that exposes, but a gentle light that guides, a light that helps me see without fear, a light that reassures me that I am not walking alone. I welcome you as peace, peace that does not erase difficulty, but steadies me within it, peace that does not depend on circumstances, but flows from trust. Tonight, I make room, not by pushing things out forcefully, but by opening the door gently. I choose openness over control, trust over fear, presence over distraction. Jesus, you are welcome here. In this moment, in this night, in this heart, I do not rush past this invitation. I rest in it. I remain with it. And as this welcoming settles within me, I allow its peace to spread quietly, preparing my heart for the rest of this holy night. As this holy night unfolds, my prayer moves outward, beyond my own heart. Beyond this quiet space, I lift my awareness to the world you love, the world you entered. God, on this Christmas night, I pray for those who feel alone, those whose homes are quiet in painful ways, those who are missing someone deeply, those whose hearts ache while others celebrate. Be near to them now. I pray for those who are grieving, for memories that feel heavy tonight, for names spoken softly in the heart, for love that still longs. Wrap them in comfort. Let your presence feel close and steady. I pray for those who are weary, those who have carried too much this year, those who feel emotionally drained or physically tired, those who are still holding on, even when strength feels thin. Give them rest tonight. God, I pray for those who are anxious, those whose thoughts race when the world grows quiet, those who worry about tomorrow, those who struggle to feel peace. Let this night bring calm to their hearts. I pray for the sick, for bodies that are fragile, for minds that feel overwhelmed, for those waiting for healing, answers, or relief. Be present with them. Surround them with care and hope. God, I lift up those who are forgotten, those who feel unseen or overlooked, those who wonder if their lives matter. Let them know tonight that you see them fully and love them deeply. I pray for families, for homes filled with laughter, and for homes carrying tension or silence, for relationships healing slowly, for patience where it is needed most. God, I pray for this world, for places marked by conflict, for communities struggling with injustice, for hearts hardened by fear or pain. Let the light of Christ reach even the darkest places. On this holy night, when peace entered the world quietly, let that peace continue to spread, not through force, but through compassion, not through power, but through love. I pray for leaders, caregivers, and servants, for those who carry responsibility for others. Grant them wisdom, humility, and strength. Remind them that they do not carry the world alone. God, hold every prayer spoken tonight, those whispered aloud, those held silently in hearts, those too deep for words. You hear them all. As I lift these prayers, I trust them into your care. I do not carry the burden of outcomes. I simply place each life, each concern, each hope into your faithful hands. And in doing so, I feel my heart widen, connected not only to my own story, but to the shared humanity you came to redeem. As the prayers for the world are lifted, a quiet calm begins to settle. The heart grows lighter, the night grows deeper, and Christmas itself seems to hold everything gently in place. This is a night that does not rush. It does not demand movement or effort. It simply invites rest, an invitation to loosen the grip on everything carried through the day and allow peace to take its place. God, I release what no longer needs my attention tonight, the plans waiting for tomorrow, the expectations still unfinished, the thoughts that insist on being resolved. None of them require my effort right now. This night is safe. The world will keep turning without my control. The morning will arrive when it is time. For now, I am held in stillness, and that is enough. Let peace move gently through my body. Let my shoulders soften. Let my breathing slow. Let my mind quiet itself without force. I give myself permission to rest. God, Christmas night reminds me that rest is not weakness. It is trust. Trust that you are working, even when I stop striving. Trust that love does not require vigilance. I place tomorrow into your care, whatever it holds, joy, celebration, emotion, or uncertainty. You will meet me there. I do not need to anticipate it now. Tonight, peace is not something to achieve. It is something to receive. A gift offered freely, as gently as the Christ child was offered to the world. If my thoughts wander, I bring them back softly. If rest feels unfamiliar, I allow it to come gradually. There is no urgency here, only grace. God, I thank you for this quiet shelter of night, for darkness that brings rest instead of fear, for silence that restores instead of empties, for peace that surrounds without needing explanation. As Christmas night continues, I allow it to hold me, not as something I must manage, but as something I can trust. I remain here, resting, breathing, and letting peace deepen. The night has grown very still, not an empty stillness, but one filled with presence. Words feel fewer now, breathing feels deeper, and the heart rests in quiet awareness. This is holy ground, not because of where I am, but because of who is near. God is present, not in noise, not in motion, but in gentle nearness. I do not rush to speak. I do not hurry to explain. This moment does not require many words. It invites attention. It invites reverence. It invites worship. Holy night, a night unlike any other. A night where heaven touched earth without drawing attention to itself, where eternity entered time quietly and remained. I sit within that mystery. I allow it to be larger than understanding, larger than language, larger than effort. Some truths are meant to be received, not solved. God, I honor you in this stillness, not with perfect words, but with presence, not with performance, but with humility. I remain here, awake, open, and attentive. The silence feels alive, filled with peace, filled with meaning, filled with the quiet assurance that God is with us. I sense the holiness of this night, not in grand gestures, but in the gentle awareness that nothing is required of me except to remain. If thoughts rise, I let them pass. If emotions stir, I allow them to settle. I do not cling. I do not resist. I simply remain present. This is worship without striving, praise without noise, faith expressed through stillness, trust expressed through rest. God, I acknowledge you here. I honor the gift of your presence. I receive the peace of this holy night, without question, without condition, without haste. The world sleeps. The night holds steady, and within this sacred pause, I rest in the truth that Emmanuel is not an idea. He is here. I remain in this quiet worship, letting the stillness speak, letting peace deepen, letting the holiness of this night rest fully within me. As this holy night draws toward completion, I remain in its quiet grace. There is nothing more to add, nothing more to ask, only a blessing to receive and to carry forward. God, thank you for this sacred pause. for the stillness that has held me, for the peace that has settled gently within, for the gift of Jesus, love made present, hope made flesh, light born into the world. As I move from this prayer into rest, I ask for your blessing. Bless my sleep with peace. Bless my thoughts with calm. Bless my heart with quiet joy. Let this night guard what is fragile within me. May the peace of Christ remain near as I rest. May worry loosen its grip. May gratitude stay close. May tomorrow arrive gently, carried on grace rather than effort. Bless those I love, near and far. Bless those whose names rest quietly in my heart. Bless those who are alone tonight. Bless those who are weary. Let the light of this holy night reach every place that longs for hope. God, as Christmas Day dawns, help me carry this stillness forward, not rush past it, not forget it, but allow it to shape how I celebrate, how I speak, and how I love. May joy rise naturally. May gratitude remain steady. May peace be deeper than circumstances. And may the presence of Emmanuel remain real and close. I place myself into your care tonight. I release the need to manage what comes next. I trust you fully, with this night and the day that follows. In Jesus' name, amen. A soft NCTA, very gentle. If this midnight Christmas prayer helped you find stillness or peace, you're welcome to share your thoughts in the comments, or simply rest quietly with what this night has given you. If you'd like to continue praying with us beyond Christmas, you may like this video and subscribe to Beyond Light. May the peace of Christ remain with you through this holy night and into Christmas Day.